if A bar equal to 3 I cap minus 4 J cap and B bar equal to minus I cap minus 4 J cap, calculate the directions of A bar plus B bar. Okay, that means here A bar, B bar, both the vectors were given. And the direction of A bar plus B bar you have to find out. Then first better you calculate A bar plus B bar only. What is A bar plus B bar? By taking the sum of these two, 3I minus I. Total I component will be 2I only.
2I.
Minus 4J minus 4J. Total it will be
Minus 8J.
Minus 8J.
8J. This is the total vector for A bar plus B bar. But they're asking only the direction. Direction means for the whole vector only you have to take. Direction in the sense whole vector by the magnitude of that vector. That only gives direction. Whole vector is 2I cap minus 8J cap. And what is the magnitude for the given one? Root over 2 square plus 8 square. How much? 4 plus 64, 68. And 2I cap minus 8J cap by root over 68. Okay. Now, you can write it as root 68 can be written as 4 into 17 only, na? By taking square root, that is 2 root 17. If in denominator 2 and 2 in numerator cancel, then you can take I cap minus 4J cap by root 17. And this particular equation indicates direction of A bar plus B bar. Okay. See the question. If a vector has an x component of minus 25 units and y component of 40 units, then the magnitude and direction of this vector is. So, how can you write the vector then? Let me consider the vector is A bar only. X component is given minus 25. That means you can write it as minus 25 I cap, and y component is given 40 units. So, plus 40 J cap. And it is very much simple to calculate the magnitude and direction. So what is the magnitude of this vector? Root over
X
25 square. X component square plus y component square. 25 square plus 40 square. And how much it will be? 25 square will be 625 plus 40 square will be 1600. And this will be 2225, I think. Okay. Finally, the magnitude is root over 2225. Okay. That can be written as 25 into something. Na? It can be written as 25 into 89. It will be 25 into 89. So that what is the square root for 25? 5 only. Na? So answer will be 5 root over 89. That is the magnitude. And to calculate the direction. So direction A cap is nothing but whole vector by
Magnitude.
Magnitude.
So that will be equal to minus 25 I cap plus 40 J cap by magnitude will be 5 root 89. And also here direction can be explained in terms of angle also. Okay, if it is the vector, what is the angle made by this vector with x-axis? From x-axis, if you want to find out, from x-axis, what is the angle made by this vector? Then we can write it as tan theta is simply y component by x component. If angle theta is taken from x-axis, always the formula for tan theta equal to y by x. What is the y component? 40. X component minus 25. That will be how much then? 5 8 or 5 5? So minus 8 by 5. So tan theta will be how much then?
Minus 8
Minus
by 5.
8 by 5. So that is the value of tan theta in terms of Sin theta and cos theta also, you can write the same. For example, if you want to write it in terms of sin theta, let me consider a right angle triangle. If this is theta, tan theta means opposite side by adjacent side. So this will be 8 and this will be 5. Then what will be the third side from the Pythagoras theorem? Root over 5 square plus 8 square. How much? 25 plus 64. That will be 89. So what you can write for sin theta then? Sin theta is
adjacent by hypotenuse.
So very good. Sin theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. That means 8 by 8 root 89. And what we can write for cos theta? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. That is 5 by root 89. So if the options may be given in terms of sin theta or cos theta or tan theta, in any terms they may give. So based on your answer, you should be able to convert into other sin theta and cos theta also just by using right angle triangle. Just by taking the right angle triangle there. Okay, all of you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Which of the following cannot be represented by 3 sides of a triangle? That is the question given. To form a triangle, triangular rule we use for vectors only now here. So any two vectors, if we consider the third side, the third vector should be in between sum of the two vectors and difference of the two vectors. Then only it can form a right angle triangle. For example, let me consider the first case. In the first case, 5 and 9 are taken. What is the maximum value of this resultant? 5 plus 9.
14.
Minimum value of resultant is?
4.
4. So the answer, the third vector should be in between 4 and 14. Is 11 in between 4 and 14 or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that it can form a right angle triangle. See here. What is the maximum of these two? 5 plus 7? 12. Minimum will be 2. So answer always should be there in between 2 and 12 for the triangle, to form a triangle here. So is 13 is in between 2 and 12? No. So that it does not form a triangle. Okay. In remaining cases, you see there maximum is 17, minimum is 3. It is in between them. Maximum is 11, minimum is 5. 9 is in between them. So only in this particular case, the third case is not in between 5 and in between the maximum and minimum values. That means it does not follow the vector rules and it cannot form a triangle. That is the case. If P bar equal to Q bar, then which of the following is not correct? If two vectors are same in the sense, are equal in the sense, their magnitude should be same and directions also should be same. See the first option, directions given same, correct or not? Correct only. Second option is given, magnitudes are same. If both are correct, then only P bar will be equal to Q bar. And third one, P into Q cap. That means magnitude of P into direction of Q. And of course, direction of Q and direction of P are same only. Na? So magnitude into direction here, here also magnitude into direction. Both magnitudes and both directions are same. So that anyway you can write here. So third option is also the correct one. And in the fourth option, on left side, on left hand side, the whole vectors were added. On right hand side, only the directions are added. So will they become same? Never. They will not be same. So fourth option is only the wrong option. But for the given question, it is the correct answer. Next question. 3 forces, A bar, B bar given, and C bar acting on a body to keep it in equilibrium. Then C bar is. So after the application of these 3 forces, still if the body remains at rest, equilibrium in the sense, still the body remains at rest only. So that means the resultant force is equal to 0 only. Na? Yes. When force is acting, definitely the body should move. But still it is in equilibrium in the sense, the total force is equal to 0. Then they're asking us to find out C value only. First of all, you have to understand here that A bar plus B bar plus C bar. The total sum should be equal to 0 only. And A bar, B bar values are already given. So I cap plus J cap plus K cap is the value of A bar. And what about B bar? 2I cap minus J cap plus 3K cap plus C bar. So you have to find out C bar only here. First you start the equation here. I cap plus 2I cap will be 3I cap. J cap minus J cap, they will be cancelled. K cap plus 3K cap. Totally 4K cap plus C bar equal to 0. Then finally C bar is equal to minus 3I cap minus 4K cap. That is the answer for C bar. Simple question. Two vectors are given by A bar equal to minus 2I cap plus J cap minus 3K cap and B bar equal to 5I cap plus 3J cap minus 2K cap. If 3A bar plus 2B bar minus C bar equal to 0, then third vector C bar is. So you have to write the relation here that what is the relation given? 3A bar plus 2B bar minus C bar equal to 0. We just substitute the values of A bar and B bar here. 3 into what is the value of A bar? Minus 2I cap plus J cap minus 3K cap. Okay. Plus 2 into B bar. No? B bar will be 5I cap plus 3J cap minus 2K cap minus C bar value we don't, that is equal to 0. Just you write here minus 6I cap by multiplying with 3 plus 3J cap minus 9K cap plus 10I cap plus 2 into 3 6J cap minus 4K cap minus C bar equal to 0. Then minus 6I cap plus 10I cap. How much it will be? 4I cap. 3J plus 6J will be 9J cap. Minus 9K minus 4K will be minus 13K cap. Minus C bar equal to 0. Then to write the value of C bar, just you have to bring all the other terms other side. So no, minus C bar is here na. So C bar will be equal to, C bar only will go to the right side. Then what is the remaining equation? 4I cap plus 9J cap minus 3K cap. This is the answer for C bar. Here it is minus 9K and minus 4K minus 13K cap, not 3. So minus 13K cap. Okay, good. The vector sum of two vectors of magnitudes 10 units and 15 units can never be. Always the result is in between maximum and minimum only. No? What is the maximum value of resultant for 10 and 15? The maximum result will be, what is that? 10 plus 15, that is 25 units is the maximum value. What is the minimum value of resultant?
5 units.
The difference
5
only
units.
5 units. So answer should be in between 5 and 25 only. Okay. See which options are between 5 and 25. 22 units, second option, third option, fourth option. All the 3 options are in between the minimum and maximum values. Okay, but the question is the vector sum of these two vectors can never be. The answer should not give the resultant. That means first option is the correct answer for the given question.
28.
Okay.
Yes.
Question number 8. Which of the following sets of forces acting simultaneously on a particle keep it in equilibrium? Okay. To keep the body in equilibrium, which set of the forces have to be applied? So what is the condition to be equilibrium? The total resultant force should be 0 only, no? Resultant force should be 0 in the sense the resultant of any two forces should be able to give the third force. That means they should be able to form a triangle. Okay. See, in the first case, what are the forces in the first case? 3, 5, and 10. 3 plus 5, 8, and difference will be 2. Third vector should be in between 2 and 8 only, but third vector is 10 Newton. Na? Will it form a triangle? No. If it does not form a triangle, it cannot give 0 force. And second case, 4, 5, 12. 4 plus 5, 9, and difference is 1. The third one should be in between 1 and 9, but it is 12 only. Na? It also cannot give the resultant force 0. And third option, 2 plus 6, 8. So difference is 4. Between 4 and 8. 5 is in between 4 and 8 only. Na? So that the third one can give 0 resultant force. And fourth one, 5, 8, and 1, I think. So 5 plus 8, 13, and difference will be 3. It should be in between 3 and 13, but it is less than 3 only. No? 1 is. So it also cannot form triangle. So only the third option will be the correct answer for the given question. The question is question number 9. The resultant of two vectors of magnitude 3 units and 5 units perpendicular to 3 units. So if two vectors are taken, one is having magnitude 3 units and the other is 5 units. The resultant of these two is perpendicular to 3 units given. And the angle between vectors is, then what is the angle between the vectors? They're asking the question here. Okay, see. First of all, you have to, you should know here how to draw the diagram for the given case here. Let me consider one vector is 3 units. Other vector is 5 units. 5 units. Of course, the resultant is at 90 degrees with the 3 units only. That means second vector should be like this at some other angle. Okay. Now, we can just draw here. This is the vector having magnitude of 3 units. This is the vector having magnitude of 5 units. And this is the resultant. And what is the information given for resultant here? The information given for resultant is it is perpendicular to 3 units. So what are the general symbols we use here? Theta and alpha we use. Now what is the symbol generally we use for theta? Theta, we use the angle for given two vectors. The angle is theta. And what is the angle we use for resultant and first component? Alpha we use. Alpha. Okay, according to this relation, I will just write here the general equation. What is the tan alpha? What is the general formula for tan alpha? Do you remember? According to parallelogram law of vectors?
X by y.
D sin theta.
According to parallelogram law of vectors?
D sin theta by?
Very good. I am not asking tan theta, tan alpha I am asking. So B sin theta by A plus
B cos theta.
B cos theta. And what is alpha here? 90 degrees given for alpha. Perpendicular in the sense alpha is given 90. What is tan 90 degrees? Tan 90 will be infinite only, na? Tan 90 will be infinite. So infinite equal to B sin theta by A plus B cos theta. This equation to become infinite, definitely the denominator should be equal to 0. What is the denominator here? A plus B cos theta should be 0. A plus B cos theta is 0 in the sense, then what about B cos theta? B cos theta is minus A, and cos theta is equal to minus A by B. Cos theta is equal to minus A by B. Okay. Now, minus A by B in the sense, A value we know that, B value we know that. What is A value? 3 only.
3.
B value is 5. So cos theta equal to minus 3 by 5. Now, you just try to calculate here the, so cos theta is minus 3 by 5. No? So theta equal to how much then? cos inverse of 3 by 5. That's it. Simply, finally, you can write here theta equal to cos inverse of minus 3 by 5. Okay. So final answer I will write here. Cos theta. Theta will be equal to cos inverse of 3 by 5. Okay. But in general, here we have some, in trigonometry, we have some simple relations. So the value of 3 by 5. I will give you some values for sine and cos theta. Sine 37 degrees is always equal to 3 by 5. Cos 37 degrees is equal to 4 by 5. In the same way, sine 53 degrees equal to 4 by 5. And cos 53 degrees equal to 3 by 5. According to that, if you get only 3 by 5, but it is minus 3 by 5, of course. So cos theta equal to minus 3 by 5 we got. But if it is only 3 by 5, okay, what is the answer then? 53 degrees. But here, minus 3 by 5 is there, na? So that you will get that particular answer. In case of cos of 180 minus theta only, you will get that. Okay. So negative values you will get between 90 and 180. So that, and theta will be here, theta dash. Final answer will be 180 minus 53. What is 180 minus 53 then?
127.
127 degrees. Okay, that is the answer.